I'm just gonna stick around for the demos because then I have to run home and get ready for the career lab kickoff.
Yeah.
I will be on a proper computer at that point.
My laptop got too cold last night at the campsite, and so I'm currently plugging it in and getting it charged up on my car.
How cold was it?
Not cold, just cold enough that when you put everything in the bear box, which is metal, it's like, pretty cold to touch it. It probably got down to like 55 last night up here. There's some snow in the mountains. It's beautiful.
Did you see that, like, down here in the valley, it's going to be 108 on Monday?
What? I'm just above Stacy in the mountains for everybody who's listening.
Which can be significantly cooler.
I thought you were going for like a new windswept look. I said, oh, Skylar's going full startup founder on us.
Gotta grow the beard out and then I can pull a Jack Dorsey.
Good.
You need the CEO vest where everybody's wearing.
Oh, wow. Where are you?
I am in Guerneville among redwoods. So there's like redwoods everywhere. We're like in the middle of nowhere.
That's winning.
Yeah. Sorry if y'all got busy on that. Oh, yeah. Trees are amazing.
Oh, nice.
All right, I'm gonna mute. Sorry.
Sky, where are you camping?
I'm at I'm just, oh gosh, what's the name of the place? I keep forgetting. It's, I will tell you in a heartbeat. It's called Fashota Campground, but the area is like El Dorado National Forest, just just east of Placerville, Pollock Pines, Sacramento area. No, east of Sacramento, just west of Tahoe.
Cool.
Yeah. So hence the camping bedhead thing. But Zenzi, you might be onto something. I might just have to let it go wild.
Okay, so I think everybody's here. Should we get started with demos? Because I think we're going to get kicked out of this meeting room by a certain time. So how would y'all like to start?
Well, we didn't really talk about this part at all. We were just
adding
stuff, merging and all that. So
right to the last minute there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, how should we do this?
Well, it looked like you got a lot accomplished both during the week and then the kind of the mad fury over the weekend here. It was cool to see the collaboration with the team. And so, I guess seeing the functionality would be huge if somebody wants to share what the app looks like, what you worked on this weekend, but also I'm also curious about, like we predicted, there were some conflicts where you were both working on the same thing at the same time. So it'd be interesting to hear about how you got around those challenges.
Got it. Jessica, do you want to walk us through the demo of the app?
Sure. Yeah, I can do that. Let's get set up here quick before I start sharing. Should probably npm start.
You could also demo on the production app as well.
All right, as that's getting started up there. All right. So welcome to Honeydew, your smart shopping list. The name was suggested early on and then by Zenzi, and James brought it back up And it sounded like a really good idea. The logo was something that James created, so very happy with how that turned out. So welcome to Honeydew, your smart shopping list. Get organized now so you have a couple options to either start a new list, or if you do have your 3-word token, you can enter it here to join an existing list. Just to show with some of the functionality, just if someone forgot something, when you click there, you still have an alert. Please enter your token. The input is empty. Right now, we'll just go ahead and we'll just start a new list. So you get a little pop-up that lets you know that the list was created successfully and mentions your 3-word token. It's kind of nice too, because you get to see back here that on the screen it's also popped up. So you can go ahead and click OK. You have things I'll need, a little graphic letting you know that this is where you're going to start your list. You don't have any items in the list yet, so you do have a button to prompt you to go ahead and add that first item. Once you get into your add new item list, you go ahead and you can do your item name here. You have 3 options of when you think that you will be purchasing it, and then a final button to confirm that you want to add the item. If you happen to click that without any info in there, you do get a little reminder that you do need to take care of your item name and purchase frequency. So if we hop in here, we're gonna get some goldfish soon. We're gonna go ahead and add another item. Let's get some lettuce soonish. Get some tea, not soon. So basically what I'm going through here is just to demonstrate that we do have, one of the things that we needed to work through was having this nav bar down here work with the scrolling and have things not get hidden. That was a find towards the end that was taken care of by James. So I'm just excited that it worked so well. So I was going to add one more exciting item to show that when you're down there, you do get to have that scrolling action. If you want to bop something out of there, that also works that way. If you decide I don't want any goldfish, you can go ahead and click delete. Took a little bit of time to kind of determine how we wanted to word this, found out there's so many possibilities that are all okay depending on who you're talking to. So are you sure you want to delete goldfish from your list? Once it's gone, and then either do not delete this item or yes, delete goldfish. Letting you know goldfish has been deleted. And there you go.
Don't forget the filter.
Oh, thank you. Yes. So if we're going to look for coffee, which happens to still show up even if it's on the rethink list, lettuce, or if we're just doing that, nothing will show up. What else is there, gang? Anything else offhand? Oh, we do still need to get a log out button of some sort for the user so that they can remove the token a little more easily than this method. But in the meantime, just letting you know that if we go ahead and add the 3-word token, we are back to our list.
Wee.
Huh?
I said, wee. Great job.
Yes, wee. So that is the basic demo of Honeydew. Yay.
Yay, we did it.
Amazing work. This is so beautiful. I love seeing this app. I haven't checked in on y'all's app in a long time, and it's come such a long way. Great job. Yeah. I love that you created your own logos and stuff. That's super impressive.
Yeah, it's slick. It looks really good.
I'm happy.
Jessica, I saw that you were on mobile as well, or you had the mobile breakpoints set up in your inspector. It looked like it displayed really well there.
Yeah, it does really well in mobile. I mean, I think it looks good on desktop too. James had mentioned the 2 side things just to kind of help fill up the page a little bit, which seem nice, but it really does. I mean, I do prefer overall, it just fits really nice on mobile.
Great attention to user experience too. Just like I mentioned in the chat, like the buttons, you know, it's like, yes, keep this thing, yes, delete this thing. You know, it's like, it's very clear what's going to happen when I mash the button.
Yeah.
And
We
all
had
the
a
alerts are well worded and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, Anna helped with that. She brought up a nice article that talks about like different ways that different people handle that, and we decided on, you know, the one that worked for us. So that was really all her doing. But yeah, also we made our own little favicon. I just think it's so cute up there. I didn't know if you saw that in the browser tab. Just use that little melon. Yeah, thought that was fun. Sky, you had a question about merge conflicts. Yeah, you know, we were rolling fast yesterday, so somehow along the way we, like Anna had designed that little thing where it says your token it's that little greenish rectangle at the top, and then somehow along the way we actually managed to merge something and completely wipe that out, and we had to go back, and you know, and I didn't know what to do at this point. I know that probably in a real Git flow you would probably do some sort of like kind of like go back in history. But I didn't know what to do. I couldn't figure it out. So we just literally just like copied and pasted into a new branch and merged in that way, and just made sure to add everything. Yeah.
Totally valid.
Yeah.
Actually, when we were talking about what to do, that's what I was thinking as well. And I was like, I think that's what Skylar actually mentioned during the little Git chat during.
Yeah, I remember him saying that too. So I was like, I'm just gonna make the call because yeah. Because I didn't want to be sitting there trying to pull back history and like, you know, figure out where exactly that happened. I mean, I saw where it happened, but I didn't want to like, I didn't know what I didn't have a clear picture of what we would undo. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah,
that's like a really smart choice, to be honest. It's more to know that those tools are there in case you've lost something and it's costly. So you know that there are ways to get back there, but going back and ref logging things and no, I think you made a smart decision. So
and what it was really cool that I'm kind of glad it happened, because then I learned a lot about where to go find stuff in Git, which is obviously the power of Git, is just having you know, every version that ever happened, right? So being able to see that and kind of pull up Anna's old push, her merge, her changes, and then reference those side by side on a, you know, on a split view there really helped. So
listen, Zenzi, you were working on something as well, where both of you were working on earlier in the week, working on the same thing, and there was a conflict there. I don't know if that was a Git conflict or what, but it sounded like that got resolved gracefully.
Oh, yeah, it did. It wasn't a Git conflict. What happened was, when I was making those tickets last week, I accidentally made 2 tickets that covered the same issue, but worded completely differently for the subject. So James had taken care of it, merged it and everything. And then I started working on it, and I'm looking at the version I had, and I'm like, wait, this just doesn't, it's not adding up. Something is wrong. So I reached out to him in Slack in like the middle of the night, and he replied and was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So I just deleted mine and put a note in just in case somebody wondered why I was deleting a PR and issue.
Oh, sweet. Good comms.
I'm really happy with how our communication like just took off. Like we haven't been that active all you know, the whole cohort here, but it was awesome to like see everyone just super engage and communicate anything that was going on. So
yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really
sure.
enjoyed that.
Yeah, I see what you mean now, Sky, about it being quote unquote fun, right? You know, so
I loved waking up to 140 plus messages.
Yeah. Well,
yes, most of them were about what color green to use for a variety of issues, but
for sure.
Yeah,
though. And
it looked good.
Yeah, and your speed alerts, I saw that you guys updated the color to match. It was really good.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with how thorough everybody is, and just how excited everybody is with the design process, and just the back and forth. It's just been very impressive the last few weeks. Like the time that you dedicated to like the first week on design and really getting there, and the conversations. And then this week was like fire, especially the last few days. I'm so impressed. Like us mentors didn't really need to be there for you. And it's like, wow. I really love that.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'd love to
love
hear
how-
about the, did we lose something? Oh, Sky, you're on a second. Oh, it's two skies. Just about the, working with the, you all used a CSS framework, right? Which
Is
one?
Figma a CSS framework?
No, like
No, Tailwind.
Material UI or Tailwind. You use
Oh
Tailwind.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 100%.
We haven't heard from Anna yet. I'd love to hear. I don't know if you could talk about your experience kind of working with that framework.
Yeah, sure. I'd never touched Tailwind before. This was James's idea because he had worked with it before and he liked it. So he suggested it, and we all tried to learn to the best of our abilities in the short amount of time we had. But it was really great that we had James to, mentor us throughout the process because he already knew a lot. And I think we did a pretty decent job. Like
You guys killed it.
That's great.
Really...
Look, sometimes frameworks, they help you get 80% of the way there, and then that last 20% is really hard. But I don't know if that was your experience of it or if it was pretty smooth.
I think we tried our best to not make our lives harder. So we began the design process looking at what Tailwind gives us out of the box, and we adjusted accordingly. Like at first we tried a different layout in our home screen, and that would give us some extra work, and we were like, let's just put everything as a column, and that's gonna go easier. So that's what we did.
Yeah, that's really smart.
Yeah, the breakpoints that Tailwind give you made that super fast. That's one of the reasons why I really wanted us to use that, and I'm so happy everyone jumped on and dug in and made it. I'm really happy because like I was kind of worried. I felt kind of bad that I was thrusting on them a new framework in 2 weeks, but they killed it.
But also, it was a group decision to accept that we were going to do.
Yeah, I know, but still, I had some reservations because I remember when I first started learning Tailwind, it was a little bit. You guys did better than I did in the beginning. That's all I'm saying. So.
Right, I'm getting the retro board set up, but if we have a few more, I need another minute here. I just got my laptop up. So if y'all have anything else to chat about.
Sky, I think there's one already made. If you're making it, or are you just getting it?
Oh, I was making it, but if it's already made, thank you so much. I would ask if we're going to, yeah, let's all hop in there. If somebody's going to share the screen, I know if I share my screen, my laptop will die, so I might need assistance on that one.
Sure, I can share it.
Final retro. Yeah. So I will pop the link in the chat here. Oh, already got it. Thank you very much, Andrew. Sounds good. So this is a pretty well-worn path. You've probably seen pop up in the various TCL channels. There's lots of ways to do this. GitHub is maybe the old reliable, not the most exciting. There's some with firing confetti cannons and the like. But yeah, let's start with taking a couple minutes to put in our appreciations, and it's kind of a nice time. It seems like everybody's done quite a bit of collaborating and learned a lot, particularly in the final hour here. So some appreciations for each other, and I guess let's do them one at a time. So let's just take a short 2 minutes max and put some appreciations, and then we'll work on to what went well. since people are already popping through to the other categories, we'll just take one more minute here. All right, anybody wants a little bit more time? I'm only seeing 2 in the what could be improved. Anybody? Is anybody still typing? Just throw a wave at the camera if you're still typing. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll give it another minute or 2 here. All right. How's everybody doing? Let's just start right back at appreciations. And Lauren, let's see. James, you're up top. You want to start?
Yeah, okay, sorry, I was still typing just a second. I didn't get them finished, but that's okay.
There's
I know.
we can certainly take some more, take
No, it's okay.
another
It's
minute
okay.
if we need, but I think we should time box ourselves here.
I know, I agree. Okay, no, so I'll start. I have a couple here. I was gonna say, Anna, thanks for the I can't spell brilliant choice to use Figma. What an inspired choice. I wanted to use some ugly thing called Excalidraw, and I don't think we would nearly accomplished what we wanted without that. So number one, that was awesome. Really happy that she took the time to walk us through some of the features, how to use it, and then also just with her design eye. She took something that I threw together, and and it was ugly, and then she made it beautiful. And then I guess I'm next. Okay, yeah, thanks to the team for the tailwind thing. I know I touched on it in our demo, but really honestly, I just like, I mean, I know we had to choose something, but I'm glad that everyone was so just kind of had such a positive and eager attitude about it, learning how to incorporate that into their workflow. So thank you, team.
Same next. I'm just unmuting myself. Yeah, for the mentors, Yanli, you were just really great at keeping everybody moving forward and keeping an eye on what's coming next. And really great at bringing things back to like, okay, this is about communication and working as a team and agile practices. So that was great. And Sky, you're just so skilled and great at exploring code in depth, particularly your Git explanations were really interesting and very insightful. So I feel very happy to have gained some code friends, family. Yeah, and I look forward to continued working together in some way in the future. Okay, so for the developers, I didn't have it. There's so many good things to say. But for Zenzi, your management skills and getting organized with those cards last week was really key, I think, especially trying to isolate the work. Even when you were uncomfortable with certain things, you remained present and like helped in other ways. And I think that was really valuable. And your name suggestion was on point. And also you suggested it very far ahead of time. So you're thinking ahead. Jessica, you're great at demos, very clear, very good pace and thorough. You led the charge with accessibility. That was really interesting and used tools I hadn't seen or heard of before. And you're really great at reflection and saying like what you need or what could be done better. So that's really cool. Anna, you have a very calming presence and you're really great at offering succinct and insightful advice on PRs. You had a lot going on behind the scenes and I know you're working and actually everyone, you guys all did a lot behind the scenes too, but you still found like a lot of meaningful time to spend on Collab Lab. So I thought that was really great. And James, you took a lot of initiative and you were kind of the unofficial team lead. But you tried, I think you pushed everyone to try a lot of things and you wanted to constantly make it better, but you never like took over. You always kind of did it in a side branch and showed, like, what do you guys think? And for everyone, I think you really pushed yourselves even when you were uncomfortable. People are really persistent, especially like hardships with trying to find jobs, but you kept going. Hardworking, team-oriented, stepping it up at the end, flexible, skilled, taking criticism and admitting weak points. But especially, I think like above all else, the most important thing was everyone was really kind and understanding of people's commitments or life basically. So that's it.
Wow, Lauren, thank you so much for the specific feedback. That's beautiful. Yeah, I'll jump right into mine. I'm really grateful for the lead that Yenli and Lauren, you both took up this cohort, and I'm really excited when I saw the post in the channel about who's going to be mentoring next session. I was really excited to see that Yenli is leading her own cohort, and so yay, that's going to be really cool. I'm going to hop in and spy on you from time to time because I know you're gonna do so well. And then more on the team, it's just been wonderful seeing the result of Honeydew, the polish of the UI, the consideration for the various device sizes, and the UX intention shows a care and consideration that's impressive. And what I'm speaking specifically to there is in the last couple of weeks here, seeing the work that you've been doing on the Figma, seeing the kind of and the discussion in the office hours where you're talking about, like what kind of colors match to what kind of user actions and whether there's a conflict between the not frequently purchased items or least frequently being read and whether that conflicts with a kind of a cancel. Just the consideration for the user flow was huge, and particularly the input, there wasn't just one person driving that effort, it was all of y'all. So that gave me the warm fuzzies as everything was getting wrapped up in the last couple of weeks. So thanks for making me feel that.
So my first one was James. He held down the fort alone this week from like Monday to Wednesday, just finding tickets, checking in with us by Slack, and just kind of keeping us surprised after we created that schedule on Sunday, and he kind of realized that no one was available to work until like Thursday. So definitely appreciate him keeping the project moving along while no one was there to assist him.
One of my appreciations is I feel like the mentors have been so open with us and just throughout the whole time, and that to me generates a great deal of respect. And so I just wanted to thank them for that.
Yeah, so just appreciation for our mentors. I'm really glad that we got the ones we got. I think we all mentors and us collabbies learned a lot in this process about how to communicate, how to express ourselves, and I know I grew as a developer, and I have a that's you guys are responsible for that. Sky, Lauren, Yinli, all of you, each with your own style and your own input and your insight. Uh, I'll take that forever with me now, and whenever I go into any job situation or whatever, I'll have all the things that you guys talked about and showed us how to handle and stuff. I mean, I'm like incredibly grateful. Like I don't know if that's coming across, but like thank you so much for everything that you guys shared with us.
Just had appreciation for the entire team, just amongst the four of us. I felt comfortable, or I think all of us probably also felt comfortable being able to say, okay, I have an interview or work or something, on this day, and I know that, we can kind of take care of things and communicate with each other by Slack without feeling additional guilt or stress about leaving other other team members to help out at that time. It just was a really good supportive group of people to work with.
I'm just very grateful for the team I had. Like the three of you are so talented, and you're also really good people. And it was so much fun working with you. Like yesterday was a Saturday, and that's usually the only day I have to rest. But I really wanted to work with you guys. It didn't feel like work at all. It was just so much fun. So thank you. Thank you for making this whole experience.
Just willingness of everyone to put so much effort into the application from beginning to end, and then to also be able to see everyone's strengths, and then knowing that, just kind of learning over time, just like, okay, this is who I mean, I can reach out to everyone, but I know that this person has this strength and this person has this strength, and it's just kind of fun to be able to learn from each other in that way.
I wanted to really say thank you to Anna this week and last week. I feel like when we entered this UX UI heavy portion of development, she really had a keen understanding of what a customer or user would need to see and what's communicated when you use certain colors or certain layouts. And what looks professional and sounds professional and helps to guide a user through an app. And it was just key, her insight this week and last week. So I just really appreciated that.
I probably won't get into too many details here, but Jessica knows what I'm talking about. But I just want to say thank you so much for bringing the things that need to be brought to my attention and being vulnerable with me, and I really appreciate that. I learned a lot in that moment, and I hope that you feel that I genuinely appreciate that, and that it really means a lot to me that you could do that.
Of course.
Oh, I'm next too. Okay. Yeah, this was a fun week, and even though I was sick with strep or whatever I had, I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure it was strep now, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun talking with you guys, getting on Slack, and just having you guys kind of like go back and forth with me. And I just want to say thanks. I'm also I didn't get to type this in, so I wanted to shout out to Zinzi, and I might add this in so it's officially in the cards. But Zinzi, I know that you probably felt like you didn't contribute in like a lot of ways. I hope you don't, because you brought so many intangibles to our team that things I didn't think about. I mean, for example, you brought up the README just now, and I didn't even think about the README. And so there's a lot of things that like you brought a lot of value to our cohort, and a number. But one thing I wanted to say, this thing I was to be specific about, is the moment when you brought up about the time and being vulnerable and telling everybody how you really felt. And I just want so much appreciation for that moment of vulnerability and honesty.
That melts my heart. That's great. So I just want to say that I really appreciate this, all the time and energy that you all put into this over the last 8 weeks. I don't take it for granted that you're making a choice to be here. So I feel a lot of responsibility for like we try to make this a good experience for you all. And yeah, just it's been, I mean, just kind of watching the channel over the last few days, it's been really fun. You're clearly working hard and working really well together, which is, is really the point of the whole thing. So great work. And just and thank you to the mentors for all of your hard work over the last 8 weeks as well. Really good job.
Hey, so I'm really impressed with how supportive and understanding everyone is to each other. And I've learned so much from everybody in terms of communicating and collaborating. I'm really appreciative of, conversations I've had with Andrew and Lauren and Sky, and just how to mentor and coach, like on different levels, right? Like just how to help with communication, just code reviews. And yeah, just the walkthrough about Git rebase from Sky was like really helpful for me, because that was something I'm really uncomfortable with. And it's just special thanks to Andrew and Stacy and the rest of the team for setting up this whole framework, right? This is, I appreciate that this is a safe space for us to go through this project and to work together and just learn together. And it's been really helpful for me. Like I've learned a lot in that sense.
Right, should we just roll right into what we think went well? Let's do a little time check. It's 8:40, so we've got about 19 minutes here. I think we're good.
Mine's quick. Just at the end, I think that everyone really took off, and I saw someone mention like, oh, we can ask the mentors if we get stuck, and someone else tried something and figured it out. So you guys really relied on each other and had that trust, which was great. And your Git skills really rocketed.
Kind of similar to what Lauren said, especially towards the end. I felt like we all had a strong level of trust with each other, and also about decisions that were being made about the app, and that felt really good.
We've got some serious themes building here. Support the cohort that you all provided each other this past week. Shows a huge amount of growth, confidence, and independence as a team, and that's reflected in kind of the cadence that we had before, where there was more support from the mentors as expected. But I was blown away in the last 2 weeks how it's just like you're merging, moving on, and with no support from mentors. Couple, you reached out. I think James reached out a couple of days ago. It was like, hey, we need help, but then you didn't, because you sorted it out between each other. So that was really cool to see. The kind of self-direction there. So yay.
When we shared our agendas for the week, I didn't know if we were gonna be able to do a great job over Slack. I was like, I don't know how that's gonna work out, but we were so good at it. Like, I'm really happy with how everything turned out.
Yeah, I think that what we ended up, we didn't demo our design in Figma, but if I pulled it up, you would see that it is pretty much identical. Like, go us, like that's awesome. I mean, Figma doesn't know anything about Tailwind. I know that you can like bring in some libraries, but it doesn't know. It just knows about borders and arrays and stuff. So like, that was awesome. I'm really impressed. Good job, guys.
sorry, it's me. Same thing. Yeah, so the app looks great. It's as close to the Figma mockups as could be humanly possible. I know we went back and forth about some color stuff that didn't quite look like we thought, but we were able to discuss that internally and bring it to where it needed to be for the users. So it was really, really great to see that all come to be.
I think we've all sort of mentioned it, but I mean, I'm just really happy with the way we communicated. I think we knocked it out of the park. I had similar reservations as Anna did about when I was like, I don't know how we're going to handle this, and we rolled with it. We just took it in stride and grew and really grew. So I'm really happy with that.
Yep. Just say it for the millionth time. The app is so cute, and the name is on point. I mean, I just love the whole thing. And yeah, you did it. You built the thing, and it works and it looks amazing. But as you know, the really important thing is that along the way you gelled as a team and you figured out how to work together. It was so fun this last couple of days. Messages flying by in Slack, and special props to you, Zenzi, for all the story writing. I do a lot of that in my job, and it's not always well appreciated, but it keeps the team focused on what needs to happen. You know, it's easy to lose track of things if you don't have that. So super great contribution there.
I thought the self-organizing in the past week have been impressive. The team made really good choices. The choice of using Figma and just Tailwind, and then just not meeting us was like really great. Like, I love that.
All right, the next column, and this is just, yeah, I think maybe James said something a little farther down in here, just kind of nitpicking. Would have liked accessibility testing to have happened sooner, but I'll do it this week on my own or with the group still, if we're still wanting to kind of do stuff, but yeah.
This is a super nitpick, so don't take it too hard or too to heart, but is if there were further developments, the 3-word token persisting at the top, I love the presentation of it. The component's really clean, but in the flow of using the app, it has a lot of prominence. So there could be consideration made for whether it's something that kind of fades over time, or it disappears, or it somehow is relocated somewhere else so that it doesn't interfere with the beautiful graphics and the main things that the user is trying to accomplish when they arrive at a particular component. But that said, it's very pretty.
Yeah, again, just trying to nitpick. I feel like maybe just when we're moving really fast like we were yesterday, just taking that extra moment to make sure that we're doing the right steps, get pooling and on main and checking your code before you do any changes, because I think that created a few little headaches for us. But I mean, it was like one time maybe, and I don't think any of us really knew how that happened. But I think that maybe that's the point, is like if you just took those extra seconds to watch what you're doing, maybe. I don't know. That's it.
Just for me, I would like to add documentation, full README, and some general tests, even though the app is finished in the future. I definitely want to make sure that I check in with the groups and see if I want to fork or if I want to push, and what that would look like post Collab Lab. Yeah, that was really it for me in terms of what could be different.
I love all the stories that you end up writing, and it was really great, like seeing the subtasks. Overall, I like to see some scope planning to ensure that the team is not burning midnight oil the night before. Like, I'm really impressed with all the stuff that you're doing. You know, in the real work situation, you want to avoid these kind of merge conflicts. So something to keep in mind in terms of what are the chunks that you want to work on for this sprint, and what are chunks that you can potentially move on to like the next week when you continue, stuff to factor in.
And before we move to what's next, I just wanted to kind of address Z. Zenzi, when you were talking about the adding documentation and some improvements, I've only mentored one other cohort, but some of the people in that cohort did take the project, and I didn't see them fork it. They might have, but there was more activity that, because I'm subscribed to the repo, they were putting up pull requests and merging more changes, and I believe that was because they were using it as a piece for job interviews, or they felt they just wanted to scratch an itch and improve something that they didn't get to during the cohort. So by all means, the project is yours. Whether you want to just deal with it straight away, just right there in that repo, or fork it is up to you. Could be even fun to have a little reunion collaboration in the coming weeks.
I'm waiting to hear back from a job interview. I don't know if it's going to go well or not. If it doesn't go through, like, I'm not going to look for jobs right now, because in 3 months I get to have a paid vacation, and I really want that. So I'm going to stick around in my current job until I get that vacation, and then I'm going to move on to something better, because my current job it's not in such a great place. So I'd like to move on to something else. But in the meanwhile, I'd love to stay involved in the Collab Lab community in any way possible, because I really loved it here.
I am not entirely sure what my next steps are at this point. I'm still working, but I am exploring kind of roles outside of actual front end or back end development, and kind of deciding what kind of things that I could apply for and work for with the training that I currently have. But I definitely want to continue to kind of tweak the app in terms of building that kind of infrastructure part. And that's pretty much it for now.
I'd love to stay in touch. Someone else mentioned that you guys, yeah, everyone is just a great human. And I'm really excited to see like what is next for everybody. And I also would love to see a day in the life of Sky and Emily, and just kind of, just because I think, even though I mean, I would like my job, I'm just curious what everybody's work experience is, or just to see. I also know before I got this job, I was like, I don't know what a real, like a day as a software developer is. So yeah, just throwing that out there.
So I'm going to continue volunteering with TCL, and then progressing as a software engineer. Always be learning is what I'm saying. There's always something to learn. Juggling family life while working at a startup. We'll see how that goes. You may see some posts from me with hair like Sky's. And then going to tackle a first home purchase and relocating to another state this fall. So we'll see how that goes. But definitely would love to keep in touch and do, let's do some co-working. It'll be fun. Let's schedule some of that.
I'm gonna probably add this project to my portfolio because I love it, and then I'm going to do the career lab here in a little bit, which is exciting. And I didn't write it down, but I mean, I'm just gonna keep grinding on that job trail until I get one. Do that every day until I die.
Yeah. So, well, obviously, Collab Lab is going to keep going. We in 8 minutes we're going to kick off the career lab, and we'll have another cohort kicking off in July. And there's somebody I used to work with who's an engineering manager over in New Zealand. So we're going to try to line up some mentors over in those time zones and try to get something going over there. Would love for all of you to, get them out of the channel in a minute. But I'd love to have all of you, but it's so encouraging to hear you wanting to be like stay involved with Collab Lab and everything. You all are kind of the veterans now, having been through it, right? So as new people come in, they're gonna look to you. They're gonna, like, you can kind of help them have a better experience and things. So as you are starting your jobs, and as you are, if you are ever get stuck, or you're like, have questions and things, please, just be active in the channels, and like we'll do everything we can to help you. And let's make sure we also connect on LinkedIn and that kind of thing. And then Lauren Beatty and I are going to be running the advanced team this summer, the summer cohort as well. So if you're not too busy, if you're kind of still up for some more project work, yeah, consider kind of applying for that. There's only 4 spots, but it's a lot of fun. It kind of takes this whole thing to the next level. It's a lot more like this last 2 weeks than the first 6 weeks, if you know what I mean. So
Cool.
Very nice. We got a few minutes, but we probably need to let Andrew get set up for the next Zoom meeting. But this has been an absolute treat, and I'm extremely proud of all of you, both on the cohort side and the mentoring side. So like somebody said, I want to echo that. Let's all stay in touch. We have our channel, whether it's things related to refinements with the app or updates on your career and life, and or things you found on the internet and you want to share. Let's keep it active. So and yeah, good shout, especially with my hair here. This is gonna be amazing. You all look so good.
you should muss it up even more, just to really play it up. Yeah.
All right, everybody, ham it up in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Hold on,
1.
pause.
Pause.
Yeah, wait, can I change my name from the Collab Lab?
Oh
yeah, good call. Good call.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, and this is going to be used for our blog posts that we're going to be putting up in the on the dev website. So, oh, yep. James, you good?
No. Okay.
I'd fix my hair about this. Yeah.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Have everybody? Everybody froze there. It was like the worst time for things to freeze. All right. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Awesome. Sounds good. Well, yeah. I'm gonna go play around with the app and see you on the TCL 23 channel.
We'll see you guys.
Have
Thanks,
a lovely
everybody.
See y'all
Take care.
soon. Bye, guys. Thanks.